Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's I'm going to be reviewing the Lexus LS 500. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Lexus here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this car. I'm going to include a link to the website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a twin-turbo 3.4-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy 17 around town, and then 27 on the highway, with power outputs being 416 horsepower and then 442 pound-feet of torque. Now, before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, I love this coloration on the LS. I think it's atomic silver for the paint name. But anyways, really cool lines there. And then you've got Lexus's signature headlight design where the daytime running light mimics the Lexus logo there. And you can see the grille's all blacked out, and then same thing with the trim off to the side. And so putting it all together, basically just has Lexus's styling, but gigantic because it's the LS. Now our turn wheel setup is 245, 45, 20 in the front, and then 275, 40, 20 in the rear. You can see with the wheels, metallic gray. You've got the blacked out brake caliper as well. And then look at the coloration on that trim, that's actually pretty cool. Anyways, got the F Sport logo, and then you got more of that kind of cool chrome trim. And then you got like more standard chrome up top. And then here is the side view on the LS 500. And then taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We got the opening for the trunk and the Lexus logo. And popping into the cargo space, you guys can see it is quite spacious indeed here in the LS 500. And aside from that, when you're all done, you can just press this and that'll actually lower the trunk lid back down. Really cool taillight design here. And then you guys can see all the badging, parking sensors there at the bottom as well. And so putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks here on the LS 500. Now taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see soft touch here at the top, and then look at the trim down below, and then we got more soft touch with the stitching. And then this is really cool here with the seats, and then yeah, really nice on the sides too. And then being an LS, legroom back here is great. Got a little storage pocket there, some vents here on the back, a little charging port, and this pulls down to be kind of like a center console. That's cool for your lounge mode, and then you got for the sunshade as well. It's a nice little feature. And then we do have mirrors here in the back. On top of that, it'll pop down. I guess I wasn't pressing it properly. Oh, it's illuminated too. There's a light. That's cool. Really nice headliner in this. And then we actually have a sunroof back here. Wow, this is a fancy car. And then taking a look at the front door panel again, you can see with the soft touch trim and then down below as well. All of our window controls, we've got our mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in. Got memory seats. We also have blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then you guys can see F Sport right there, perforated all down the center portion. All of our adjustments on the side. And then cool looking pedals. Got that for the heads up display. And then this is nice with the design there. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see perforated on either side. F Sport logo there at the bottom, and then yeah, nice soft touch trim. Paddle shifters here on the back. We also have stuff like our adaptive cruise control, your lane departure, all of that. And then we've got our volume voice command controls, and then regular stocks here. And then this has the snail stock design is what I call it for the drive mode and the stability control and all of that, because it just, yeah, look at it. I mean, look at that. It kind of looks like a snail head. Anyways, full digital gauge cluster here in the center, which we can use to see different bits of info on the car. And then when you change to the Sport and Sport Plus, it kind of changes the animation there, which is fun. So in reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Resolution's pretty solid. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, first off, it still has a clock. Look at that. That's hilarious. But yeah, you've got your controls for everything. So like seats, for example, you've got your adjustments, and you do have heated and ventilated seats with this, by the way. But yeah, this is Lexus's newer infotainment system, so quick response time, easy to use. Heads-up display, and then again, nice trim all over the dash, which is great. And I like that with the trim that goes across. And then you get your little volume control right there. Climate controls here on the side. And then notice with this, you got a little seat shortcut button right there that you can press. And then we've got some USBs. You got your auto hold, and then shifter for that 10 speed. And then your physical buttons for the heated and ventilated seats. And I like they have like different settings even for the steering wheel, which is nice. And then with this, kind of slow with the opening, but it's nice. Then you got big center console, wireless phone charging pads right there, by the way. And this is the double opening center console, so it opens up either way. And then glove box, nicely lined with felt. Nice padding here on the outside too. And then we do have a sunroof again up front as well. So here's the window sticker for the LS 500. You can see all the standard equipment. Not a lot of options, but I mean a couple, like the sound system. $90,665 is the total MSRP, which is making this the most affordable full-size luxury. Interesting. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, dual blind spot warning, the thrust of the rear, and, well, let us set off in the LS 500, aka the most affordable luxury sedan now, because the Genesis G90 starts at over $100,000, and the BMW 7 Series, that's also pricey, and then the Mercedes S-Class, everything's over $100,000. Even the Audi A8, from what I recall, maybe the A8 could be a little bit, I can't remember now. I know the S8 for sure is over $100,000, but the A8, I think if you get a regular one, you might be able to be closer in price. But regardless, it's in the affordable category now when it comes to these luxury sedans. And so let's see if you're really missing out compared to the other ones, right? Do you really get more for your money if you go for, you know, let's say a BMW 7 Series or Mercedes S-Class, for example? And wow, there's way more traffic than I expected. Okay, wait, no, I was like, yeah, that's a Tacoma. That's a slow enough truck that I'll be able to. Yeah, good torque. I just drove the LX 600 right before this, so that's kind of like their luxury, you know, it's obviously a Land Cruiser, but it's like their luxury full-size SUV, and this is their luxury full-size car. And it's interesting to see how the powertrain feels different. The powertrain in that feels way torqueier right off the bat, whereas in this, it doesn't feel like, and it has less torque, but it doesn't feel like it punches as hard right off the bat. Very comfortable though, I will say that. Easy to drive, like steering is, it's light, but it's pretty direct. And yeah, the F-Sport cars are always firmer with the suspension, but this is still a nice ride. Yeah, I like it. It's nice. Seats are comfortable too. And the thing that I really like about the Lexus interior is the build quality just feels so solid. And with the materials they use, like, they're gonna look like this in the next 10 years, right? They're not gonna wear out super fast like what you see with, like, again, you look at the Mercedes S-Class and that nice leather interior, it's like, it looks nice today, but then 10 years from today, you know, it doesn't always hold up the best over time. But smooth ride. I like this headliner too. I wish they'd, it's kind of hard to explain, but like, it's got like a thickness to it that most headliners don't have. It's almost like carpety in a way. I don't know, like, if it's, maybe it's because most manufacturers use Alcantara and this is like suede. Maybe that's why it's kind of thicker. But anyways, we're in the Sport Plus mode, and I'm gonna go slow through here so we don't make a big mess in the puddle. I know you guys would like to see that for the video, but I don't think the Lexus dealership would appreciate that. That makes a cool sound. Wondering if that's piped in, but it's a cool sound. It's a cool sound. It's definitely more responsive in the Sport Plus mode. That's nice. It's got some good power. So yeah, some of the things up here with the LS 500. I think the interior is really nice in this, fit and finish wise, material use, all of that. It's comfortable. the exterior styling on the car, you know, I'd say that in this segment, I still kind of lean, I think the G90 looks really good, and I think the S-Class looks really good. Those are the two that I kind of like the most in terms of looks. And then, you know, value-wise, I think this is great. So yeah, it doesn't have all of the cool stuff you have like in the G90 and in the S-Class and all that with the fancy, you know, backseat areas. But here's the way they look at this. This is a comfortable, full-size luxury car that's got good power. It's a Lexus, so you know it's going to be more reliable than the competition. And, you know, I think that people are, maybe I'm wrong, but I think people are starting to realize that like all the tech and all that stuff is kind of over the top for luxury. Like all you really need for luxury is just ride comfort, a nice interior, and a quiet cabin. And this has all of that. You know, and it doesn't have all the tech. Again, the tech stuff is cool while it works, but as soon as the car's out of warranty and as soon as that stuff breaks, you're not gonna have use of it anyways, because you're not gonna want to pay the $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, whatever it is, to replace each of those little parts. I mean, it's insanity how much replacement parts cost on, you know, some of these modern cars. But let me know your thoughts. Good power. Let me know your thoughts on the LS 500, and let me know if you think if this is the best luxury sedan to go for.